All right, welcome shitbags and shitbagettes to the Spicy Burrito Saturday night's live stream main event. Man, do I have a doozy for you tonight. I put in a lot of work into this one. Tonight, it's top 10 list time. Top 10. Now I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get through 10. I can barely get through 5 in 4 hours. Go figure. But I'm gonna try my hardest. That's why I picked a game that does not have any story whatsoever, and I can stop and do what It's all up to me. So we're playing Subnautica tonight. It has literally 2 minutes of story to begin, and then you're on your own and do what you want. It's basically a crafting game. You collect shit, and you craft shit, and it's a glorified inventory management game, which is I love. That's like my favorite part of Fallout and Skyrim and is the crafting and the building stuff. So yeah, so I'll have plenty of time to talk, and it's going to come fast and furious tonight because we got to get through a top 10 uh, topic. And without further ado, our topic tonight is the top 10 sports. Oh shit! I already gave away one. Yeah, there we go. Top 10 sports shit bags. Now, I just gave away one, but ignore that. You didn't see that. Nobody saw that. Um, yeah, so let's see. A shit bag. Now, going back to my college days, the shit bag, my buddies and I defined a shit bag as somebody who was like just a fat piece of garbage inside or in his private life and in his public life or whatever. We actually had a wall of fame to shit bags. It was, and you could be a shit bag for a litany of reasons. You could be fat. You could be you could be a smoker or chewed tobacco or just a total piece of shit. So that would be the shitbag definition. Tonight I narrowed it down to sports shitbags. We actually had my buddies and I had a wall of fame with shitbags. We called it the shitbag Hall of Fame. But tonight we're just gonna focus in on the sports shitbags, and maybe we'll do top 10 shitbags in Hollywood, which I mean 99.99% of Hollywood shitbags. So but tonight we're focusing in on just the sports shitbags. Tonight is a top 10 list. So that means it's not just a generic my views on stuff. That means that the arguments on this channel cannot be broken. I am right, you are wrong. If you have any disagreements, post them in the chat or start your own fucking channel. The Spicy Burrito is the final authority. The top 10, that's it. That's the list. All that said, you know, you can have your disagreements, but just bring them up in chat. And now I might make some glaring, glaring omissions. If I do, let me know as well. But I think I got my bases covered. So this top 10 list is definitive. You already saw one, which kind of sucks because that one was kind of like a sleeper or what do you call it? I don't. Yeah, kind of. He was kind of a sleeper, but hopefully, there's I only have 4 viewers according to YouTube, so hopefully people who tune in later won't know it. So don't give it away. God damn it! You can't say goddamn on the air. Nobody's watching anyways. You can't say goddamn on YouTube. Um. All right. Well, I figure let's get the 2 minutes of storyline out of the way in Subnautica, and then we'll jump right into the top 10. How's that sound? Yeah, dark horse pick. He was a dark horse. It gave it away. That was the one. That was the only reason I put him on there. But don't say anything. We'll get to him eventually, and hopefully you guys are drinking and you'll forget. If not, I'll forget. So, oh, by the way, I'm 4 beers deep. Cheers, boys. I think we can jump into Subnautica now. I don't know the audio levels on this game, but there isn't much music in this game. Just on the title screen. So, we're just gonna jump in. Wait for it to capture. Come on, baby. There you go. Okay, we're gonna play on survival. Yikes, that's loud. It's kind of got like a Metroid vibe to it.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Holy shit. Well, it's a good time for a beer as any. Back to my roots, I got the silver bullet. Oh, I got rum and bourbon and scotch in the background too. All right, grab the fire extinguisher. Thank God we got a handy iPhone.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
All right. Okay. Here's our inventory. Here's what we're wearing. Nothing. We got blueprints to make stuff. And other shit. So. Let's make this one. All right. Now, here's our storage. We got our personal inventory, what we can carry on ourselves, and then we got an inventory, what we can store. It looks like we got 2 water and 2 food. We need to feed ourselves. If you look down here at the bottom left, there's health, there is hunger, and there is thirst. So, we're kind of hungry, but we're going to wait. Let's go over here, and this thing, where is it? Where is it? There it is. This thing will produce a medical kit every so often. So let's grab that. Let's go ahead and put it into the container. All right, so it's out of our personal inventory and into the storage container for later use. And then this fabricator is how the game is played. You're gonna build stuff to survive. So in here you can put fish in here to create food and whatnot. Now the first thing I think we want is we want a scanner, because scanners, you can scan for blueprints and stuff like that to be able to build more stuff. So if you look on the scanner, you need a battery and titanium. So if you go up here, titanium, we need metal salvage to get titanium, and for a battery we need acid mushroom and copper ore. So, oh shit. Oh, I hope I didn't do anything. I didn't realize this. I could switch screens. Okay, let's go outside. Okay, so we crash landed on a planet that is just nothing.
Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Uh-oh. So that's our ship that we took the escape pod out of. And we needed acid something, and oh, I'm going to go back in. I already forgot. We needed titanium, I remember that, but we need to make a battery, acid mushroom and copper ore. Okay. Remember that. That's definitely not Lake Erie. It's not green enough. All right. So, here's some titanium probably, because you get that from metal salvage, right? So let's put that in. And then if you look, it puts it in our inventory. It's bigger than a fire extinguisher, so it takes up more of our inventory, blah, 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 blah. Not that you guys care about that. Okay, we need acid reflux. These. Let's pick up like, I forget how many I needed. Let's pick up four.
Oxygen.
Oh yeah, we got an oxygen meter. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna turn down the music because it's blaring in my ears. Master volume. Let's turn it down to 50%. There isn't much music, but what there is, it's it's out of like, it's fucking blaring in my ears. Okay, I was gonna grab 4 of these. Okay. And then we got titanium, and then we needed a copper ore. And if you could see my oxygen going down, obviously. That's titanium. And there's those little... oh, shit. See, I already got hurt. There's fucking fish that like fly at you and shit. And that fish explodes. Here's a rock. Come on. Copper.
Is an essential
okay.
component of all power.
Let me just go show you how this...
Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely. As plausible.
Awesome. All right, back into the escape pod. Okay, we have 2 acid mushrooms and a copper ore, so let's go ahead and create this battery. Nice. Now, we could build the scanner because we have battery and the titanium we got from the salvage.
Salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
All right, so you scan a whole bunch of shit. Next thing we're gonna need to eat, and we're gonna need to be able to drink. So let's go in the fabricator and see what we need to create water. We don't know the ingredients for filtered water, and then we need bleach for disinfected water. I'd love to get an O2 tank to get our oxygen levels up. So let's go find some more titanium. And then let's scan a bunch of shit. I first saw this game on another YouTuber I watch called Many a True Nerd. I watch him for Skyrim and Fallout videos, but he played this one day, and I was, like, fascinated. So we got our scanner, so we can scan life forms, and they'll tell us what... Come on, you little bitch.
Integrating new PDA data. New creature discovered.
All right, and you can read up on all the fish and shit once you scan them. I need more titanium. Get some O2. Get an O2 tank. So we got to find some metal salvage. There's some. There's... Okay, that 33%, 1 of 3 of the mobile vehicle bay, so we can build a vehicle if we get the other 2.
Oxygen.
Gets kind of annoying when you're running out of oxygen, though. You got to keep swimming to the fucking surface. And with my smoker's lungs, I got to eat something, too. So let's grab some fish. I want to scan this guy. Bladderfish, let's grab him. Let's grab a couple of these guys.
Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
No
Life
shit.
on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
Okay. Well, we can scan an acid mushroom, but we already know what it does. It helps us create batteries. This game's pretty freaking crazy. I mean, this is just the scratching the surface. I mean, there's so much shit. And it's getting dark, too. I need to find some, Okay, let's go eat.
Oxygen.
So let's go over to the fabricator. Let's cook some fish. We can cook the bladderfish, low calorie count. Good eating around the fins. Let's cook the boomerang fish up. I think I grabbed 2 or 3 of these bad boys. I grabbed more than 2 or 3. Grabbed about 5 of them, though. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, let's go ahead and eat. This will give us 20 to our food counter and 2 to our thirst. So if you look in the bottom left, 46, it'll go up to 66. Let's just eat a bunch of them, get it back up to 100. Can you go past 100? No, you can't. Okay, I just ate that for no reason. And let's go ahead and store it. Store that. Let's store that. Store that. Okay, if you go to the data bank, everything you scanned is in here. Bladderfish. Okay, it gives you a bunch of information on the bladderfish, and then down at the bottom it'll have the assessment. It's edible, but oxygen may be retrieved from the bladder and added to the tanks on consumption. Membrane has applications as natural water filter. So, if we go over here into water, you can use our bladderfish we picked up to create some 6 ounces of H2O. High quality H2 fucking O there. Okay. Let's go ahead and store those in the container as well. Let's consume 1. This gives us 20 H2O, that 82. Okay, perfect. And let's use this med pack because our health is down to 38. Probably that head wound. Massive head wound Harry that we suffered. So we're back up to 88. I don't want to do anything with the metal salvage yet because I want to see what we're... Let's decide what we're building next, and then we'll jump into the topic. We need more tools or equipment. Okay, we need 3 titanium for a standard O2 tank. Let's see how much titanium those will produce. So you go in here and produce titanium. It produced 4 titanium, so we can build that now. Let's go ahead and build a standard O2 tank. Nice. High capacity O2 tank. Now we're cooking with gas. O2 gas. All right, what do we want to do next? And then we'll This repair tool. See, if you look over here, this thing needs repaired. I believe the radio needs repaired. And whatever this is, I don't know if that needs repaired.
Detecting increased local radiation levels.
Uh-oh.
Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core, sustained during planet fall.
So where's our Star Trek repair tool? It'll be under tools. We need silicone rubber, cave sulfur, and titanium. Well, we have the titanium. So silicone rubber and cave sulfur is what we're going to go for next. You are next. But before we do that, let's climb outside. Now, is there a pause menu to this game? Yes, there is. Okay, cool. Let's jump into tonight's topic. Oh, it's a doozy. We got the top 10 sports shit bags of all time. I didn't even comment on the guys on my background there. The Bill Schwartzky's super fans. I just want to make a quick comment for Chris Farley when he coughs up that fucking rib that he gets caught in his throat or whatever, the steak, and they were on their 13. This was what the shit bags were based around. When we grew up and we saw these guys doing this thing, that's basically the epitome of shit bags. So they're smoking, they're eating, they're having heart attacks, they're bragging about it. They all have mustaches. Total shit bags. I love how Chris Farley's wearing aviators. All of them are wearing aviators except George went there. But yeah, Bill Swirsky super fans. How many heart attacks does that make for you now, Ted? It makes a baker's dozen. So, okay. Number 10. Top 10 sports shitbags of all time. Number 10. Now, I got to give you a little caveat on this one. This number 10 is fictitious. So, but the rest, I swear to God, are all real professional athletes. I swear to God. Or professional sports figures or sports figures in general. But this one is fictitious because I thought I'd be funny and bring up a fictitious one. So without further ado, and it's also a 3-way tie for number 10. So here we go. Here's what tie. Actually, this countdown should be a top top a lot because there's a lot of ties. But here we go. Number 10 is Eddie Harris, starting pitcher for the Cleveland Indians. Ham from the Sandlot, starting catcher for the Sandlot team. And Big Earn, professional bowling tour, the PBA professional. So these shitbags here. Okay, hold on. Let me take a sip. Shit. All right, where do we begin? Well, Ed Harris. It's Eddie Harris from Major League. He was a starting right-hand pitcher. He this guy's great. The actor that portrayed him, his name's Chelsea something. I forget his last name. It doesn't matter because he'll forever be known as Eddie Harris to me. Eddie Harris. It's just, where did we get? This guy steals the show in this fucking movie. He totally steals the show. He is my favorite part by far, Major League. And Major League is probably in my top 5 comedies of all time. I love that movie. I adore that movie. I think it's fucking great. But this guy steals the show. And you got so many iconic characters in that fucking movie. Bob Euchre. Yeah, bartender. Joe Boo needs a refill. Yeah, Ham. Uncle Albert. I surprised you with the ham, huh? We'll get to Ham in a second. But Eddie Harris, I mean, he just steals the fucking show. You got Lou, the coach, all the other great characters in this movie. All of them are fantastic, but this guy is a shit fucking bag. First of all, he's like this aging fucking old ass veteran pitcher. Like he's like got his fucking hair and shit, and he's like tutoring. I love the point when he's like tutoring. Yeah, exactly. We'll get into the lines in a second, but he's tutoring. Thanks, Uncle Albert. He's tutoring the fucking Topper Harley. What is this fucking name? Wild thing in what's his real name? Charles. Oh, fuck, Charlie Sheen. Goddamn, you can't say goddamn on YouTube. Um, and he's like, he's got his shirt off and he's got his fucking gray chest hair. Fucking gross. And he's got like all these fucking different shit he puts on the ball. And he's got like grease, Crisco, and then he goes Vagisil under his hat. Fuck. That's like one of the best sequences where he's like, grease, and then he goes Vagisil, and then he goes, and then when the ump's not looking, or if the ump's watching me close, I just rub a little jalapeno under my nose, get it running. You put snot on the ball. Yeah, I almost did. Hey, Scott Shaw joins us. Thank you, S. Cat Shaw. how's Steve Stow doing? Anyways, yeah, so I've had a few to drink, so I'm not stroking out. I just had a few to drink. Steve French Stow. Well, they're not sports figures, but, and then all the other fucking shit, like, you know, fucking, I wouldn't, like Uncle Albert, I wouldn't leave rum sitting around with this group. Up your butt, Joe Boo. But one of my favorite lines of his, and I use it in my Skyrim videos with Hooterts on my channel. I've used it a couple times. Every time they talk about gods in Skyrim, like NPC will talk about God or the 9 gods or whatever, I always go, you know, you ought to think about taking Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Damn it, Harris, don't start a holy war. Oh, shit, this guy. Then he just steals the rum and he gets his head fucking pounded by a baseball bat. Like, look out. Oh, shit. Yeah, what else can you say about Eddie Harris? I mean, just fucking great. Steals the show, like I said. What else is there? Okay, let's move on to Ham, because fuck, I'm a half an hour deep already. Ham is I didn't do much research on Ham. I just remember the movie from when I was growing up being great. Yeah, Roger Dorn is a shitbag. Well, anybody in that movie technically is a shitbag. I just had to choose one. Yeah, Roger Dorn, of course. Lou, he's a total shitbag. And then fucking yeah, Charlie Sheen's character. The only one that's not is really Tom Berenger, because I don't know, he's the hero, so I don't consider him a shitbag. But yes, I didn't do much research on Ham from The Sandlot, but I just remember this fucking kid was if Hollywood put out a casting sheet for fat gingers, this kid was cast right away, because I don't know if he was the only fat ginger kid ever or what, or at the time at Hollywood, but I mean, this kid is just a fat piece of fucking garbage. He's like chewing tobacco in the movie at like 8 years old or whatever the fuck he is. He's 8 years old. He reminds me of myself. I was probably fatter than him back then, so I should go a little easy on him, but he's got no soul because he's a ginger. Ham. And then they throw up on the fucking roller coaster. The salt and what does he call himself? The great Hambino. I call him the Sultan of Sausage. the Sultan of Sausage or whatever. He's just a fat shit. This kid in the 90s was cast in every fucking, like I said, if you needed a fat kid, he was your man, a fat ginger. Too bad they're going extinct. Oh yeah, he wasn't old enough to drink, so yeah, he was pounding s'mores. I forgot about that. And of course, he utters the greatest line of all time in sports. One of the greatest lines of all time in sports movie history. You're killing me, Smalls. By the way, go look up this kid grown up. Like his pictures nowadays, he's even more soulless, if you can believe that. He's not fat anymore though. The Sultan of Sausage. That was my nickname back in college. So, and then finally, let's move on to Big Ern. Mr. McCracken. Didn't I tell you to call me Ern or Big Ern? That's my morning coffee. I mean, what can you say? I think Bill Murray improvised this whole fucking movie. Like every one of his lines is fucking classic. I mean, when he tells the waitress to fucking go, why don't you go wash that perfume off before you come back to our table? And then he tells Woody Harrelson, why don't you go eat that outside? And then of course when he's fucking he needs one more strike or whatever. I forget the whole premise, but he's like, one more time, sweetness, and he's holding this ball with the fucking rose in it. Then he's like grabbing fucking girls' titties and shit right out in the open. A total fucking shitbag. And I love like when he gets older and his hair is he's like balding, but he's got that like fucking long comb over. It's just that both of them, they both have comb overs. Him and Roy Munson. I could have put Roy Munson on here as well, but I figured Big Earn, since he's the quote unquote villain in the movie, I figured I'd put him on because But yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. He goes, "Hey, I'll take a Tanqueray and tab. Keep 'em coming, sweetheart. I got a long drive ahead." Is that sugar in your gas tank? Or is that sugar, Mr. McCracken? Didn't I tell you to call me Earn or Big Earn? This guy's fucking great. Yeah, Bill Murray does a fucking wonderful job. I love how Hollywood thought that, or the Farrelly brothers, or whoever made this movie, thought that like if you watch Bill Murray and Woody Harrelson bowl in this movie, their fucking form is terrible. I mean, I've seen like fucking 80-year-old women with better bowling form than this fucking than these fucking dudes. I don't know if they tried to pass it off like nobody's noticing, but bowlers notice. I noticed, and their form is fucking awful. But yeah, what is it about good sex that makes you have to crap? So that is number 10. I don't know if I'm sure there's more lines and shit I can remember from what you call it. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to bring up. Bill Murray's when he's forming or filming the PSA for like Big Brothers or whatever. He like adopt a kid or whatever, like, and he's playing football, and I think the mom is hiking the ball to him, and he's like under center with his fucking hands. He's like, "Go deeper, Jonathan. Go deeper, Jonathan." Fucking creep. And of course, he's a gambler and a drinker, and yeah, Ern's kids. That's what it was. Ernie's kids or whatever. Go deeper, Jonathan. And then he's like, deeper. Fucking great. And that big tittied woman that comes to like mob Roy on the film on the day of the live broadcast of the bowling tournament, and then he comes up and he does this subtle like tap to her boob, like he's directing her to the left or whatever. Fucking great. Oh shit, I love it. Okay, so I think that's about all I got about that. Like I said, the one caveat is this is the only fictitious one. The rest of them are real. So why don't we go ahead and jump back into the game for a little bit. Now I totally forgot what we were doing. We needed. Didn't I tell you to call me Earn or Big Earn? We need to get a repair tool going, so the repair tool. We need cave sulfur, and silicon rubber. Let's get out the scanner and scan some more shit. Cave sulfur. Well, that sounds like it's in a cave. So what about down here? There we go. Silicone rubber. I don't know where that would be. There's some weird fucking noises in this game.
New creature discovered. sulfur deposits
Uh-oh.
in local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
I'm gonna die. Get up there. Oh, man, I totally forgot about my fucking oxygen.
Be advised, a common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
Thanks for the tip.
Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component of many habitat
Gold.
modules. Seconds.
All right, we better go up and get some more oxygen. Oh shit, there's some metal.
Oxygen.
Where do I find, where could I find, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Let's go back to base. You know what? I just realized I need to get a weapon. So let's do that first. Okay, we need a knife, so we need silicone rubber. I still got to find out where I can find that. So we got to go on a hunt for silicone rubber. Looks like our health is doing good. Our hunger's doing good. We need a little bit of water. In fact, I think I picked up a bladderfish while I was out there. Yep. Let's go ahead and consume that. There we go. Let's get back into the war. Okay, silicone rubber. Ooh, here's a new guy. Get back here, you little shit.
New creature discovered.
A peeper. Handles run. I went on a handles run the other night. They got Ori dough. It's Oreo and cookie dough. It's good shit. Creep vine, huh? Dive deeper, Jonathan. Creep vine seed clusters. We'll check that out.
New blueprint acquired.
Acquired. What do they do? Flora. That would be under flora. Creep vine. Construction applications, they're also edible. Let's grab some peepers.
Oxygen.
Uh-oh. Is my inventory full? Yes, it is. See, that's how quick your inventory fills up. You want to grab everything, but you just can't do it. It's like I want to grab everything at fucking Taco Bell. I just can't do it. Put that away. There we go. What kind of resources? Okay, so that creepvine seed cluster can create silicone. We need silicone for something. I forget. Let's grab it. That was for the repair tool. So now we have everything for the repair tool. Let's go ahead and craft that. Awesome. Let's back out of here for now. Let's go ahead and bring up the repair tool. No, the repair tool. I wish it worked like this in real life.
Lifepod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
Nice. And then if I remember, this needs repairing. Awesome. We got the radio going.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Yeah, that's a lot of hours. 99999. We're still thirsty. Can we make some more water? No, we can't. Okay, what do we want to make next? Survival knife. Oh, we can make this. Let's do it.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Okay, cool. What else do we want to make? An air bladder? A flare? Flashlight? We could make a high capacity O2 tank. Fins. First aid kits, fire extinguisher, pipe. How about fins? Swim speed by 15%? Sure, why not? What do we need? Silicone rubber. I know where to find that. That was over in these vines. Oh, I want to set up. I want this on my. Let's get rid of that stupid fish. I think it was flashlight, not fleshlight. Although, I would like a fleshlight. Those things are fun. Even when you're alone. Oh, look at him spin that shit.
New blueprint acquired.
Acquired. How much oxygen we got? Can we afford to go down here? What is this? Oh shit, my inventory's full. How much rubber do I need to make a Duke's butt? All right. I forgot to drop off shit in the storage. That's what it is. We gotta cook this stuff. Let's drop that in the storage. And let's drop... Oh, I got lead. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's... Gary fish. Floral flavor, but very little of it.
It is common for those accustomed to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass.
Duke's butt.
For millennia, you can too. The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
If I remember correctly, that was some dude, some creepy dude on YouTube, like giving tutorials on how to use fleshlights and how to clean them and shit. It was like the creepiest thing. And that Duke's butt was like, it was hilarious. It was like if Satan, it was like you know how the porn stars have the pocket pussies shaped after their pussies or whatever. Duke's butt was like Satan's butthole. It was like a giant black and red, like, oh, it had like flames on it and shit. All right, we can make some more silicone rubber. Oh, we can make some lube. You need lube. You need to properly lube up Duke's butt. I don't know what I want to make yet, so hold on. That sounds stupid. Deployables. A waterproof locker, that'll give more storage. I want the fins. So let's make some rubber. All right, we got fins.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
All right. We hungry? Yeah, we're a little hungry. Okay, that's good. We're also a little thirsty. We should have some water in storage. Oh boy, do I want this stuff? All right, what's next? What do we want to build next? High capacity O2 tank. We're going to need a couple glass, titanium, an O2 tank, and silver ore. So a bunch of titanium, a couple glass, silver ore. All right. Oh, it's fucking dark. Maybe I should get a flashlight. That's probably a good idea, huh? Maybe we should build the flashlight first. Let's go see what a flashlight needs. A battery and glass. Can we make glass yet? I need quartz. And then acid mushroom and copper ore. Oh, I have quartz. I'll take that. Copper ore, we'll take that. And acid mushroom, we'll take that. Can we do it? There we go. We got our fleshlight. Ladies and gentlemen, the fleshlight is ours. I also want to work on a storage container. Let's deploy it. Let's put it under 1. Alright. Let's go ahead and deploy this thing. Or did I? Where'd it go? Alright, so we got a little storage room. So let's go ahead and store all this titanium in there. Old cooked peeper. I wonder if he gets sick if it gets too old. All right. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Whoa. I don't need more titanium. Hurry up, get some more oxygen. Uh-oh, we got some foreigners spamming porn in the chat. Okay, I think this is a good time. Let's just hop inside. Good time to pause and get into the topic. All right, before I start running out of time. Okay. Now, number 9 on the top 10 sports shitbags of all time. I took extensive notes this week again. Probably too much. I've learned too much about these people. Okay. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, in this guy's case, a picture's worth 1,000 pounds. I'm talking none other than the quarterback from the University of Kentucky and the Giants, no pun intended. Jared fucking Lorenzen. Look at this guy. Look at his fucking picture. River monster. Oh, he's definitely a fucking monster, that's for sure. Can you believe this guy fucking played quarterback? Yeah, this guy tipped the Toledos at 285 pounds. Oh, one stipulation whatever. I did my research on Wikipedia. So some of it, if it's wrong, oh well. It was on Wikipedia. So take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, he topped out in his playing career at 285 pounds. He was a quarterback. This fucking guy. The River Monsters. Jared Lorenzen. He was his nickname was hefty lefty because he was a left-handed quarterback. He was definitely on the hefty side. Oh shit! I mean, I was a huge college football fan from 2000 to I don't know 2015 or 16. I don't really watch much anymore, but I just remember this guy. I knew everything about college football back in the early 2000s, and I just remember being like, "Have you seen that fat fucking quarterback from Kentucky?" So a few notable things here. He weighed 13 and a third. That's 13.33 pounds at birth. His poor mother. She's still screaming today. Yeah, 13.3 pounds. That is gigantic. Yeah, so he played at Kentucky, and I just remember watching football and being like, oh, this guy. Me and my buddies are like, this fat ass from Kentucky. He actually set Kentucky school records for total offense, passing yards, and passing touchdowns, and most chili dogs consumed. And he set all those records in 2002. And like I said, I mentioned he was the Giants, no pun intended, or pun very intended, actually. He was the Giants' backup quarterback to Eli Manning. Actually won a Super Bowl. The David Tyree Super Bowl where they beat the undefeated Patriots. He got a Super Bowl ring for that. It was Super Bowl 43. Later in life, this fucker ballooned from his playing weight, his svelte 285. This fucker, according to ESPN, ballooned up to 500 pounds. Like 500 pounds. And after his career, after he played for the Giants, he had a stint in Indianapolis, and he probably had a stint put in his heart as well. And then he moved on to arena football, and that's the pictured there when he played for the River Monsters. Looked like he drank the whole fucking river. Like the helmet barely fucking fits on him. And he was a quarterback. You look at this guy, you're like, okay, that's a decent size for a tackle or a fucking, center or something like that. But no, this guy was a fucking quarterback. But yeah, he had a good year. And 02 was his best year for Kentucky, the Wildcats. He was later diagnosed with diabetes type 9, which is it's 9 times deadlier than diabetes type 2, I guess. This fat fuck. Unfortunately, he succumbed to it, and I think his heart gave out, and infection, and all that good stuff that comes with it. God rest his soul. Rest in peace, J-Lo. I always called him J-Lo. I think the talking heads on ESPN called him J-Lo. I never really knew about the Hefty Lefty nickname until I read it on Wikipedia. So, but yeah, J-Lo. I mean, he was a staple in college football. Fucking fat fucking quarterback. So yeah, he ranks up there. And that's pretty much all I know about J-Lo. I mean, he didn't really play in the NFL. Thoughts and prayers go out to Jared Lorenzen. Bigger snacks, bigger slacks. That's for sure. So yeah, that's number 9, J-Lo. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Another medical kit has been created. Takes time, but this thing will create medical kits over time. I'm doing pretty good on everything.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call laying back.
This is
Life Pod 3 uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location update
Don't worry.
to PDA.
We won't. That was uploaded to my PDA. Oh, the beacon. Let's go check out LifePod 3. That was the message we just heard. Let's go check that out. How do you make bleach? Doesn't. Oh, here it is. Coral tube sample and salt. I do have salt, huh? What's our inventory looking like? Okay, we got plenty of room. Do I have any water in storage? I got one. Let's go ahead and drink it now. Remind me to grab water on the way back. There's a bladderfish. I need salt, lead. Man, that's a far away. So we're gonna head towards this beacon for Crew 3. I don't need any more titanium. Okay. Oh shit. They remind me of the Mario Brothers fish that explodes, I think. Can I stab this? Oh, let's just take a sample, see what it can build us. Almost there. What's this? Nettle. A veined nettle. Oh, there's a bladderfish over there. Let's grab some air and then dive deep. Deeper, Jonathan. I don't want titanium. I want salt, though. Ooh, silver ore. That's good. I think there was a couple things we could build out of silver. copper. We want. No, we don't want titanium. Whoa, let's scan this bastard. Oh, he just farted all over me. Oh, shit. Is that salt? Yes. Salt's good for cooking, and there's some other stuff. I'll take the peeper. All right, let's grab some air. Okay, this was the crew that they couldn't get their sea glide working, whatever that is. Can't go in? That sucks. Oh yeah, we...
Integrating new PDA data.
Well,
New blueprint acquired.
they had a blueprint for a compass. All right, we're 50% to go on the sea glide. I'm assuming that's some kind of a you get around easier with that. I don't see anything else around here. What about this? That's just metal. It's fucking metal. Pathfinder tool. Yeah. Was I sinking? I wonder if we can scan this big ass bastard. Got him. Lots of salt. 2 salt.
Seconds.
All right, let's head back and see what materials we're gonna build. On the way back, let's go ahead and get to the bottom of this. Yeah, Japanese 2 salt. Because Japanese.
30 seconds.
Oh, here we go. We found something. Sea glide fragment. All right, we got the blueprint for the sea glide.
Acquired.
It's like a jet ski or something. You got a blueprint for an ugly stick? All right. Jesus. The Sibian. What do I need that for? I'm going in. All right. What do we want to create next? The high capacity. We need glass, titanium. Can I make glass? I do have quartz in storage. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I need one more glass. Okay. Is that enough? All right. No, it's not. So I'm going to need some more quartz. Oh, that's how you make bleach. Coral tube sample. So if I make...
Bleach is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
So it's better water. Bleach flavored water.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
One step ahead of you, baby. So you need more quartz. And then a standard O2. Let's go ahead and create that. So basically I need a little more glass, a little more titanium, which is easy to find.
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%.
Really?
Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity, be sure to vary your routine for uniform
That
muscle
can't be
development.
real, right? No shit, swimming was my favorite activity. It's the only activity. It's pretty cool at night. Shit, my inventory is full. I don't need any more salt. I need quartz. All right, let's head back in and bring up the topic. We're running behind already. Just want to deposit some shit. Well, I could turn all that shit in the water. Let's go ahead and drink. That's a real fun pick. Okay, let's hop on out of here. I still have J-Lo up. All right, top 10 sports shitbags. Number 8. Number 8's an icon. Hold on, let me mute the game. There we go, so I can concentrate. William, the Refrigerator Perry, played for the Chicago Bears, most famously the 1985 Super Bowl champion Bears. The Fridge. Okay, he tipped the Toledos at 335 pounds. That was his playing weight. There's a couple of funny things about him. He owns two. Well, let's just do it. In his career, he had 29 and a half sacks. Check out my sacks, dude. 29 and a half sacks and 5 fumble recoveries. Pretty decent, I guess. He struggled with his weight, obviously. Yeah, he's a huge bitch. So I don't know if those are impressive. I never really paid attention to defensive sacks. But if you ask somebody to check out your sacks, how he had 29 and a half in his career. Later in life, he ballooned up to 425 pounds. Not quite Jared Lorenzen weight, but pretty big. Now, I haven't found out. I think he's still alive. I haven't seen anything reference that the Fridge is dead. Wikipedia doesn't mention it, and then if you Google search him, it doesn't mention it. I know he's struggling. He's got lots of health problems because he's like 425 pounds. But, of course, he was diagnosed with type 9 diabetes as well. Some of his interesting stats. He owns 2 records, okay? The first record is he's the heaviest player in the NFL history to score a touchdown. And he scored it in the Super Bowl. Ditka loved putting this fucking guy in fullback. He had like 5 touchdowns in his career. I think he actually caught 1 touchdown. But yeah, he's the heaviest player ever to score a touchdown. And he also has the record for largest size Super Bowl ring at size 25. Now, I read that most average Super Bowl rings are size 10 to 12. This guy had a size 25 Super Bowl ring. Fucker, I'm not talking. He had sausage fingers, and I'm not talking little Smokies. I'm talking Johnsonville brats here. This dude sausage fingers were gigantic. And then another thing I remember about him was, which I was reminded of when I was doing research on him. He actually had a GI Joe figure. They made a GI Joe figure named the Fridge after this dude. He wore 72, his number 72. Yeah, like I said, later in life he has circulation problems. I think he's committed to a nursing home or something. It was a total cock ring, size 25. Yes. Thanks, Jonathan Yule. Thanks for subscribing or joining or whatever you did. Yeah, so this guy, I mean, the Fridge, what else can you say? Icon. He was iconic. And to be nicknamed the Fridge, you had to be fucking big. So, before I jump back into the game, we're going to take just a quick tenderfoot timeout. I will be right back after these messages. All right, I'm back. Sorry, my pizza was getting delivered. I had to go answer the door. No, I actually drank too much and broke the seal. So we're going to switch over to bourbon, I guess, huh? Anyways, that was the Fridge. William the Refrigerator Perry. Fattest player ever to score a touchdown and fattest Super Bowl ring. All right. Where were we? We're trying to build something. Oh, what else do you do in this game? Copper wire. Can I build? Do I have copper? I gotta have copper. Nice. All right. And we need a wiring kit. What the fuck's in a wiring kit? Oh, we can build that too. All right, will do. Looks like we're good on health, thirst, and eating. So we don't really need to do any of that. Didn't I get blueprints for, yeah, the Sea Glide? I need a battery, lubricant, lube, copper wire, and titanium. So basically I need quartz can... Okay. Let's get back into the war. Well, there's my titanium. Quartz. Where the hell do you find quartz in space at this hour? Yeah, the fridge. I just... Oh, that's just metal. Stop, bears.
Seconds. Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Seconds. Local scans show a nearby cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
Uh-oh.
Oxygen.
What is this? Sand shark? Hi, buddy.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Oh, shit.
Seconds.
What is this place? I gotta go back up. I gotta find me some quartz.
Oxygen.
I'm gonna die. Alright. What is this giant rock? This better be quartz, damn it. The fuck? A floater. That's what I leave in the toilet every day.
30 seconds.
Oh, there's some quartz. Can I get it? I better go get some air first.
Oxygen.
Where was it?
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Oh. 30 seconds.
I can't find quartz to save my life here.
Oxygen.
Am I gonna make it? Just in time. There's a lot of salvage down here. Maybe I can. That's a giant chunk of the ship.
Seconds.
Of course.
New blueprint acquired. Oxygen.
Uh-oh. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. How do I get out of here? No. Good night, sweet prince. I fucking died. All right. Perfect timing. Did I keep my blueprints, though? I got a blueprint for something. A desk. Oh, yeah, ultraglide fins. Lithium? I don't know. Okay. That's all I cared about was the fins. Where do I find quartz? Let me take a look real quick. Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and pause and get back into it. It's God, they're coming fast and furious now. Where did we leave off? Fridge 8. Okay. Number 7. That girl there is dead. Nobody sleeps through a wang in the butthole. I wouldn't leave that rum hanging around with this this bunch. I gotta pour myself a drink. Up your butt, Joe Boo. All right. We got 940, and we're only on number 7. Number 7. This guy isn't so much a heavy hitter like the last two, the big fat guys. In fact, I think there's only one reason I put this guy on the list. And it's because he's a total chain smoker. So, and you think chain smoker in sports, who could it be? It is none other than Jim fucking Leland, the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Florida Marlins, Detroit Tigers. In fact, I ain't gonna lie. I think I put Jim Leland on shitbags just for this picture, because I this is the greatest picture ever. Him smoking in the fucking dugout. Fucking, what a total shitbag. He might not weigh 300 pounds, but I'm sure this guy coughed up 300 pounds worth of lung butter in his career. Let's see. What can we say about Jim Leland? He is the first manager to coach 2 different teams to 3 consecutive division titles. He did it with Pittsburgh, and he did it with Detroit. So with Pittsburgh, he won 3 consecutive division titles, and then later on in his career with Detroit, he won 3 consecutive division titles. He won Manager of the Year 3 times, twice with Pittsburgh, once with Detroit. He did not win it for the Florida Marlins year when he won the World Series with the Florida Marlins, who beat the Cleveland Indians. I believe that was like the season that they were threatening to strike, or was that the shortened season or whatever? It might not have been, but yeah, he beat poor Cleveland fans. That was a dagger in the heart until recently when the Cleveland lost to the Cubs. But yeah, and I figured I'd light up a smoke in honor of Mr. Jimmy Leland. His career totals: he had 1,769 wins. He had 44 postseason wins, which is not too shabby. The 1,769 wins is nice, but he also had like over 1,700 losses. So he's just above 500 on his career. He was one of only 7 managers. I think at the time it was less, but he's one of only 7 managers who have won the pennant in both leagues, national and American, obviously. I don't know. I'm a Detroit Tigers fan, so yeah, I know a lot about Jim Leland. I just think him smoking in the dugout and shit just like boggles my mind. It makes him, he's sitting around all these superior athletes and he's just smoking fucking Marlboros. He also he won, like I said, he won Manager of the Year. He's also the first manager to smoke 2 packs in a game, 2 packs of Marlboros in a game. So that's something. That's an achievement. And he always had this deep voice that he like mumbled. He like always mumbled like throwing balls instead of throwing strikes. I mean, this guy could have fucking, if he wasn't a fucking major league manager, he would have been on some fucking radio station in Detroit, fucking drive time. You're listening to the rock and roll, fuck that kind of shit. This dude totally would have been that. So, yeah, Jimmy Leland. Basically, the only reason I put him on the list because he smokes heaters, and they caught him on camera doing it. It's fucking great. That picture is awesome. I want a poster of that picture. That picture, that's just fucking great. Especially being a Tigers fan. This fucking guy was great. He went through all those heartbreaks in the 2006 World Series. Oh, it's just such a fucking heartbreak. Kick in the crotch. And then the other World Series, I forget what year it was, against the Giants. Ugh, even worse. And so close, yet so fucking far away. And, yeah, that's the story on Jimmy Leland. So, all right, let's get back into it. I wonder, can I smoke cigarettes underwater? Can I create waterproof cigarettes? All right, let's get organized here. Let's rotten cooked Gary fish. Oh, I'm gonna have to drop those. I can make a titanium ingot? Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. want those high quality fins there. Battery, lubricant, copper wire, and titanium. Oh yeah, let's drop that rotten. Let's drop that rotten load we got. I don't think so. I mean, you would need like so much shit to stop that ship from blowing up. Where is that ship, by the way? Let's go towards it. Oh wait, it's about to blow up. I'm gonna go towards it. Uh-oh. What the hell was that? I heard like it. Did it explode? No, not yet. I can't believe I can't. Oh, here we go. No, that's just more titanium. I can't find quartz. A spadefish.
New creature discovered.
We'll grab it. Maybe it'll make some good food.
Seconds.
Get up there. Don't die. Don't you go dying on me now. God damn it. I don't need more salt. I need quartz. Oh, there's a container down here. It's got something interesting in it. What does that guy do?
30 seconds.
Avoid. Okay. Come on. All I'm asking for is a little quartz. I need a quartz of quartz. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Jeez.
30 seconds.
What the fuck? Oh, shit. I took some fucking damage there. What the fuck was that thing? I got a health kit. Let's get out of here. There he is again. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Should we watch it explode?
3, 2. New blueprint acquired. For your convenience, the radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database.
Bullshit. So I don't know if the fish got me or the explosion got me. Fiber mesh and 2 then. All right, let's get the radiation suit. I need this, no, I don't need that. It took away my quartz when I died. God damn it. Okay, so I did all that traveling to find quartz, and there's some right underneath the ship. Yeah, I don't even remember what I wanted to build. Don't I have this? No, I don't. I need to make glass, titanium, and silver ore. All right. I need 3 more titaniums. I think it's a glider. All right, I got titanium outside in the extra storage container. No, I don't. Okay. All right. Gotta find some metal. There we go. I don't know how you avoid those cocksuckers. They, they. Oh, that guy just fucking shit all over me. They dart at you and explode. Okay, now titanium. Now high capacity O2 tank. Should be doable. And our oxygen will go up to 135. Nice. I wonder if we should drop this or put it in storage. I can't put it in storage. Rotten. Okay. It's a good place to pause there. All right, where were we at? Ooh, we're down to number 6. Which I forget who it was. Oh, yeah. Okay, number 6. This guy tips the Toledos at a whopping 273 pounds. Of course, he's from the Major League. Of course, he's from Major League Baseball. I think baseball has more shitbags than any other fucking sport. I'm talking none other than David Wells. This guy. Oh, this guy. There's a lot to talk about on this guy. His nickname was Boomer. I just put that in there. I don't know why. It didn't explain why, but whatever. This guy, he was a pitcher for the Yankees. He pitched a perfect game. And afterwards, he said he pitched that perfect game on a hangover, which he described as a raging, skull rattling hangover. And then somebody, I forget who he was hanging out with. It was some celebrity that the night before the game, the night before he pitched that perfect game, and they corroborated his story. He was fucking drunk as all hell, and he pitched a perfect game the night afterwards. This guy had, he had weight problems. In fact, Sports Illustrated did an article on him when he pitched for the Blue Jays. He had a good season with the Blue Jays after he left the Yankees when he got traded for Roger Clemens. In the cover of Sports Illustrated was his fat ass throwing a ball just like this, but he was in a Blue Jays uniform. And the title of the cover story was the David Wells diet: chips, beer, and American League batters. I wonder if they were batter dipped and deep fried. Oh my God. There's a lot of interesting stuff I read. He said that when he was a kid and he knew he was going to be a pitcher, he strengthened his pitching arm. He strengthened it by throwing rocks at homeless people. I don't know what kind of. I mean, that's just total shitbag right there. He strengthened his arm by throwing rocks at homeless people. I always thought that was funny. In 2007, I didn't know he pitched that long. It seems like I was a little kid, but in 2007, he was pitching for San Diego Padres. He was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, so he was active pitching while he was diagnosed with diabetes. He was good friends with Wilfred Brimley. No, I didn't make that up, but he had a 20-win season in 2000 with the Blue Jays. That's the year he made the Sports Illustrated cover. 20-win season, that not too shabby. He had a career ERA of 4.13. He had 2,201 strikeouts. He had 239 wins and 2 World Series titles. His first World Series title, he was just a young buck coming up. I believe it was the 93 Toronto Blue Jays. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. But he was just a relief pitcher. He wasn't a starting pitcher. He was just brand new, or he was just called up. What I remember from David Wells is him being a shitbag, but he'd always have his first 3 buttons or 2 buttons on his uniform like that in that picture. They were always unbuttoned, and then he always had that dirty porn stash. Like, I was like, what? This guy is a total fucking filth ball, scumbag, fucking. And I remember there was a picture of him in the tabloids, and I don't know, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, and he was outside his house. It wasn't in baseball uniform, and he was wearing a shirt that had the Reese's cup logo on it. You know how they have the cup and then they have Reese's in cursive or whatever, the logo. But instead of Reese's, it said feces. And then he was all sweaty. I just remember that picture. I could not find it. I would have used it. I couldn't find it online. So yeah, that was, and I remember being like, oh my God, this guy is a professional fucking athlete. But he had a good fucking career. I don't think he was Hall of Fame material, but he did have a career. He pitched a perfect game. He had over 200 wins. So I mean, that's saying something. 2,200 strikeouts. That's not too shabby. Another funny thing about him was his autobiography was titled, a play on his perfect game, of course. The title of his autobiography was Perfect I'm Not. Boomer on Beer, Brawls, Backaches, and Baseball. I think he should have added a 5th B, which would be Beatus. So it should have been Boomer on Beer, Beatus, Brawls, Backaches, and Baseball. Oh, fucking. There you go, everybody. David Boomer Wells there is number 6 on the list. Okay, so I'm making good time. I'm halfway through at 10 o'clock. I do want to finish up early so we can do some honorable mentions, but we'll see how far we get. Yeah, that would have been another good beat, too. So it would have been Beer, brawls, beatus, backaches, bratwurst, and baseball. And porn stashes. But that doesn't start with a B. And butt sex. So, all right, let's jump back in. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm kind of a little too drunk for this game. There's a lot of like memory shit. Like you got to remember what you need to go out and get, and I'm just not doing it. But I'm having a decent time at it. I like the game, but let's get back into it. Memory is not good at this hour on YouTube. Ooh, we can make a rebreather. Fiber mesh and a wiring kit. So I know how to make fiber mesh. In fact, I think I have some in stock. How do you make a wiring kit? Silver ore. I do it. No, I have silicone rubber. I know how to make fiber mesh though. I gotta find some silver and fiber mesh. That's our next goal. Now that we got more oxygen, we can stay down longer. I know exactly where to find fiber mesh. You cut it off of these little vines here. Beards, bra. Okay. Now I gotta find some silver ore. That's not silver ore. Silver ore, if I remember correctly, is deep. It's pretty deep. Pretty deep. No, that's salt. Do I need more titanium? No. Oh, it's so much better not having to go up to the surface as often. I've already noticed the difference. Oh, got some. What is that? It's a peeper taking a piss. I don't want to fuck with that guy. What is this?
30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a big relief not having to come up. It like cuts your amount of time you got to come up for air in half. All right, I want one more silver ore. Come on, give me some silver. No. Oh, this is something special. A turd cutter? Holy shit. I can build a submarine if...
100 meters. 30 seconds. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Okay, just let me break this open real quick. Titanium. God damn it. Holy shit.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Come on, make it, 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 make it. Oh my god. How the hell did I do that? Let's scan this fucking thing. Let's avoid its butthole, though. This is the thing making all that noise. Anything else on this? Furled papyrus. Alright. We need more silver. More silver. There's some wreckage down here. Let's go check that out. This is deep, though. It's so deep the game didn't even load it until I got to a certain depth. There's a lot of shit down here. I'm gonna scan a trash can.
New blueprint acquired.
Acquired. Oh, can we go in the docking bay? No. Open the pod bay doors, Hal. What is that? Ah, there's so much shit you can... Come on, silver. Blood.
30 seconds.
So it sounds for this little beauty. Beauty.
Oxygen.
Come on. I just want a little silver. That's all, baby. Just easing the tension, baby. Just easing the tension. Chubs. You gonna give that shit up? Concentrate on golf.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Oh, I just realized I haven't eaten or drank in a while. Should probably grab some fish on the way back. Those guys shooting at me. Oh, here's a bunch of stuff. Come on. Can I get a 2 for 1?
30 seconds. New blueprint
Fucking
acquired.
copper. Can you just give me silver? There's all sorts of goodies down here.
Integrating new PDA data.
Nuclear waste disposal.
New blueprint acquired.
Well, I didn't find the silver. Fucking copper. Oh, what's this? Time capsule.
30 seconds.
Alright, when we get back to the ship, I couldn't find that silver ore. I think I found some jelly.
Oxygen.
Let's check my container. Damn. Let's drop the cooked rotten food. Decent size, but salty. I wanted the rebreather. I still need a wiring kit. Which I still need 1 silver ore. Jeez. I don't have it. Okay. Well, we should probably get on to the next one here. All right. Top 10 shoot bags. We left off at number 5, I believe. What was 6? David Wells. Okay. Yes, I had to check. Number 5, I accidentally gave it away at the beginning of the stream when I was switching scenes. Number 5 is none other than Sebastian Janikowski, Seabass. This guy is a big fat Polak fucking place kicker, right? Sebastian Janikowski. Where do I begin with this guy? I remember him from Florida State back in the day. He played for Bobby Bowden's Florida State. At Florida State, which is very interesting, he had quite the year in 1998. In 1998, while he was attending and playing for Florida State, he had he got in a bar fight and he pled no contest to a misdemeanor. And then later that year, same year, 1998, he got in another bar fight and he was charged with battery. So this guy was a hard drinking bar fly in college. God only knows what he did in the pros. I didn't see any information on the battery charge, if it got dropped or what. I'm assuming it got dropped because it didn't say he was convicted or not. And then 2 years later, in 2000, he was still at Florida State. He was arrested for attempting to bribe a police officer outside of a nightclub. The fucking guy. I mean, in Florida State, he was drinking. He got 2 bar fights. He got charged. And then he would try to bribe a police officer. Now, the bribe, he claims, and the charges got dropped because he claims that the language barrier, he thought he could pay the cop the fine to get it. It was for his friend. And they were arresting his friend, and he thought he could pay the cop the fine, and so the cop would let his friend go, like pay it up front. That's what he claims. There was a language barrier. He wanted to pay the fine up front, and he thought that's how it worked. Of course, I guarantee this guy speaks perfect English, but much like Sammy Sosa, when you're in trouble, you just fake like you don't speak the language. This Polak, this guy, he must have ate a lot of fucking pierogies and beer. Hard drinking, hard Slav fucking Polak dude. Then later after that, he was arrested for possession of a drug. I forget what drug it was. It was 3 initials. It was like GHB. It wasn't human growth hormone, but it was like something like that. GH something or GB something. So he was arrested on felony possession. I believe he pled to that one. I'm not positive, but who cares? I just like Seabass. He was one of only three kickers in the NFL ever to be drafted in the first round. Of course, he was drafted by Al Davis's Skeletor himself, Al Davis's Raiders. He had some impressive stats, very impressive. One of them was he has the most field goals of 50-plus yards in his career, or in a career, at 58. He had 58 50-plus yard field goals in his career. Of course, he's the Raiders' all-time leading scorer by far. By far. He also has the most attempts at 60-plus yard field goals in a career with 8. So he's attempted 8 60-plus yard field goals. I don't know if that's been broken by now. It might have been. I don't know if Justin Tucker's broken that or Matt Prater or whatever. But yeah, most attempts at 60 plus. He tied the record at the time with a 63-yard field goal. I don't think that's the record anymore. And then this is my favorite one. My favorite stat of sea bass, and it's Sebastian Janikowski. His friend, the wide receiver at Florida State, nicknamed him Seabass because he said Sebastian was too much to say, too long to say. I don't know. You know these college kids, they can't read. My favorite stat of his, he has attempted the longest field goal in NFL history. And you might be thinking, okay, longest field goal in NFL history attempt. Now, he didn't make it. What would it be? 65, 66, you would think. Nope. They trotted him out there for a 76-yard field goal. 76-yard field goal. Can you imagine if this fucker would have made it, too? That would have been history. I mean, say goodbye. That record would never be broken. But, yeah, that's how much confidence they had in this guy. And he had a hell of a fucking leg. He was just a big, fat fucking Polak that could swing his leg, and kick the fucking sports ball. But he had I love how most of his, in fact, I didn't read anything about the Raiders. I don't know if they kept it under wraps, but most of his legal troubles came at Florida State. So it shows you what kind of program our good old Bobby Bowden was running at the time. Good old Seabass. I remember that draft too. Him getting picked at, was it 17 or 20 or something like that? I can't remember. I'm like, oh my God, they picked a fucking kicker. That's how good he was, though. And I think he's the only kicker in college football history to win the Lou the Toe Groza Award for best kicker 2 years in a row. So Seabass, and then he retired. He hurt his leg, which a lot of kickers do, and he couldn't recover. He played a couple years for the Seahawks after the Raiders, but most of his career was with the Raiders. They just didn't want to let go on that investment of first-round pick for a fucking kicker. Go figure. And it never really paid off because I don't even think they made the Super Bowl. And if they did, they did make the Super Bowl, but they lost to the Buccaneers. So, yeah, number 5 was Seabass, the great Polak. So let's hop back into the game, huh? All right, I'll make it decent time. I got an hour and a half left to get through 4 of them. Although, after 4, 3, 2, and 1 are very extensive. So I don't know how much more we're going to get done in this game, which I'm sure most of you don't care. Water. Should we get some bladderfish? I still need a fucking, what is it? Silver ore. Geology. Geological data. I guess I'm on my own, finding that fucking silver ore. I need some bladderfish too. There's one. Oh, I don't want titanium. Would you give me the goddamn titanium? There. Oh, not titanium. I don't know what eggs do yet, so I'm not going to bother. I love how some of these fish just carry around the metal wreckage.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nope.
Oxygen.
Hey, bladderfish. I think you go super deep for silver. Come on, silver. Gold. Interesting. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding silver. Lead.
Seconds.
I hear you. Don't tell me what to do, devil woman.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen
There we go.
efficiency
Got the
decreased.
silver. Thank God. Is there one more here? I'll take the gold though. Oh shit. I'm not gonna make it. And then it's gonna take away my silver too. Damn it. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Yep. There we go. Got it. Let's grab a peeper. Come here, you little shit.
New creature discovered.
A whole fish. Wonder what you do with that. Any bladderfish around before I go up for air? All right. Okay, so I wanted to make a rebreather. I need a wiring kit. And I can do that now. Nice. Let's cook some food while we're at it. Peepers. Cured. Oh, so it'll last longer. Yeah, why not? We need to eat, so let's eat some. All right, we're good on everything there. Radiation helmet or the rebreather? Because we want to dive deep, right? What's next? Lube, battery, copper wire. I need 2 acid mushrooms. Let's go grab those right now. Turd cutter. What was I looking at? This guy. All I need is lube. Don't I have some of that? I do.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles.
In jerking
power
off.
plants.
All right, we can make a sea glide now.
The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod habitat.
Yeah. All right. It's a good time as any to stop here. Let's bring up number 4. I'm staying. I gotta say, I gotta keep pace here. Number 4. Don't know much about this guy. I just know he's a. I was just fascinated. I don't know what you can say. I mean, when you see this guy and see what sport he was in, you'd be like, really? Are you serious? I'm talking about none other than Mr. Butterbean. Fucking guy. He weighs in at 378 fighting weight. He was he got his start. I just remember seeing this guy and being like, this guy's it's just a fat guy. He has no athletic ability. He's just a fucking fat dude in the boxing ring. Oh, turns out he was actually pretty fucking athletic. But when you first saw him, you're just like, what? So this fat guy has a lot of insulation so he can take a punch, you know? But he got his start he came up in the school of hard knocks. He was in tough man contests, and that's how he got his start. And then he decided to become a heavyweight boxer. No fucking pun, or a pun very much intended on the emphasis on the heavyweight. So yeah, and I remember seeing this fucking guy. I mean, like, you gotta be kidding me. He always had those big titties, you know, and his career, he had 91 fights. He had 77 wins, 58 by KO. I'm not a boxing fan, but I'm assuming that's very impressive. Very impressive indeed, much like his bra size. He was in the movie Jackass. Remember when Jackass, when he was fucking, Johnny Knoxville hired him or got together with him. They staged a fight in a department store, and he actually like fucking just laid into Johnny Knoxville, fucking knocked his ass out. That was funny as fuck. He was the WAA heavyweight and the IBA super heavyweight champion. Now, boxing is so fucked up, and this is why I can't. I love boxing, but they would get such a better fan base or more of a fan base if they would just like figure out what they're doing with these titles, because there's like 30 different titles from 30 different sports organizations. You can never follow them. That's why like boxing's so hard to follow. Like, because I don't think this is the same heavyweight title that like Mike Tyson had. It might have been. I could be wrong. But I don't remember him being like the title holder, like Evander Holyfield or George Foreman or shit like that. Well, but according to Wikipedia, he's a WAA heavyweight and an IBA super heavyweight champion. Emphasis on the super. He dabbled in, after boxing, he dabbled in kickboxing. Can you believe that? Can this guy even lift his fucking leg? How the fuck can this guy kickbox? I love how I'm making fun of this guy. If he was near me today, he'd probably fucking kill me. He dabbled in kickboxing and MMA, of course, and of course, big time wrestling. He won in 2003. He won an award for fiercest nipples. I mean, I swear to God, if you've seen the pictures of this guy, his nipples could cut glass. And of course, his saggy fucking titties. But yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say about Butterbean. He's just a big fat dude boxing. Could take a punch, you know? Yes, that's the Ron Zacapa rum, by the way. That's what I'm drinking tonight. Yeah, there's not much more to say. But if you have a list of fat dudes in sports, I mean, this guy has to be on the top, you know? Butterbean. And his name, too, Butterbean. Like, I forget his real name is Ed Esch or something like that. It's something really short, like Ed Esch. I could be wrong about his first name, but I believe his last name's Esch. Butterbean, better known as Butterbean. Maybe David Wells' book should have been called Beer Beatus Bratwurst Butterbean Backaches and Baseball. We're just going to keep adding to David Wells' autobiography title. But yeah, Butterbean. How did they find trunks to fit that guy? That must have look at he's got the elastic stretched to its limits. You can just hear the elastic scream for mercy. This fucking fat bastard. What a pear-shaped loser. Even though he probably whooped the shit out of some people, including me, if he ever heard me talk about this. So, he's still alive, though. No news on the diabetes front on him. So, I can't officially say he has diabetes. He's actually probably a pretty thick, muscular fucking dude, but he had the titties to go along with it. And that's what I always found funny about him. And the fact his name's Butterbean. Like, butter. Like, this guy must have ate a lot of fucking butter in his day. So, that is it. Now, we are on the precipice of the top 3. So, I don't know how much more of the game I'm going to play. I'm just going to, bitches, booze, boobs, and BJs. Yes, definitely. We're gonna just. It's just the whole title of Boomer's book is gonna be like fucking. By the end of this live stream, it's gonna be fucking 100 fucking different words. Oh, I forgot butt sex too. Bitches, boobs, butt sex, broads, butterbean, beatus, backaches, baseball, beards. Yeah, it never ends. Is there a cigarette or a tobacco with a B? Buttercream. That sounds so good right now. Some buttercream cupcakes. I'm the top 3. Now we're officially at the top 3, and there's a lot to go over in the top 3. So, burritos and spicy burritos. Burrito burritos. Let me take another sip here. Oh yeah, that's yummy. Let's get back to the game. Let's try to create something else. What was I working on? You gotta stay tuned for the top 3 though. Top 3 are fucking awesome. I wonder what these pipes and stuff are for. I want to take my Sea Glide out for a spin. Now, didn't I have the blueprint for a sub? It's not on it. Oh, Sea Moth. Oh, I need the mobile vehicle bay. I don't know what the blueprint for that is. Power cell. Oh, shit. Thanks for letting me know. You guys could just let's stare at Butterbean's titties the rest of the game. Nothing really happened. I was just looking to see this submarine, this submersible. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? Lithium. Can't find it. I need to build a mobile vehicle bay, but I don't have the blueprint for a mobile vehicle bay, I guess. So let's try to go out and salvage some more shit. I'm good on everything. I'm maybe a little thirsty. I can't do any water. Do I have any water stored up? No. So I'm going to grab some bladderfish. Let's dump some of this shit for now. And we can dump this standard O2 tank. I don't really need it. Let's break out this bad boy. Okay, it moves me a little faster. Let's go way the fuck out there. Whoa, radiation detected. Am I not wearing my radiation suit? Am I good? I'm good. I wasn't wearing the radiation helmet. Ooh, what's this? Oh, a supply crate. I'll take that.
New creature discovered.
I thought I saw a container down here. I'm pretty close to the fucking ship here. Cyclops engine. Are you eventually going to have to build your own fucking spaceship? Is that what all this stuff is for? Huh. Interesting. How fucking deep does this game go? He's taking a selfie. Well, here we go. Storage container. A battery. Free battery. My dildo needs a battery. Battery! My dildo needs a battery. Wow, it's fucking dark. Can we, that shit's still on fire? It's molten rock. Take that, you fucker. So you can't get into the ship. It's pretty creepy. Fucking shark growling.
Life form readings in this region are sparse.
No
The
shit.
Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if
Ah.
not contained within the next 24 hours.
Good luck containing it. I got my own problems.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
The fuck? It's pretty creepy.
Seconds.
Get up there. All right, we're gonna step up foot on the ground, or step foot on the ship here.
Warning, ship's structural integrity is low. Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
Is that a warning or a threat? Ouch. Alright, these bastards are... Come on, you. Okay, let's go up to the surface. I thought there'd be more stuff to scan on this bastard. I think I'm hitting the invisible wall. Okay. All right, top of the hour. Let's go ahead and pause it and bring up. Where did we leave off? Oh yeah, top three. Top three. Let's get Butterbean on there. Butterbean. I just love his titties so much. I keep leaving Butterbean up. Those titties. I'm not gonna lie. I think his titties give me a half a chub. Just a half. No, a quarter. Okay, top of the hour. That is a smoke and okay, like I said, number 3, like I said at the beginning, this could have been a top. I didn't do the math, but it's actually like a top 24 because of 2 of the top 3. I guess we'll just go ahead and show you. Number 3 goes to the 1993 Philadelphia Phillies. This is my first like memory of shitbaggedom is this fucking team. Oh my god. Hold on, let me light up a smoke. Where do you begin with this team? They were known. They were basically known for being like shaggy, unkempt, and dirty, like just fucking total dirtbags. John Kruk later described them as 24 morons and 1 Mormon, and him being the Mormon, I guess. But I just remember them being like the everyman's team, like just every one of them had a fucking mullet for crying out loud. They were hard drinking, heavy chewing tobacco, fucking just total shitbags. And they were A lot of heavy dudes too. Um, they they were described as a mullet wearing look was dubbed Macho Row, which is a takeoff of the Yankees Murderers Row. So they called it Macho Row, which I found that pretty funny. I mean, some of the names in this thing. Of course, there's John Kruk. John Kruk is a big, fat, fucking sweaty hog of a man. Lenny Dykstra, the hard chewing tobacco, fucking just beast with the fucking curly mullet. And then you had other names were Pete Incaviglia, Darren Dalton, of course, Kurt Schilling, Wild Thing, Mitch Williams, all mullet. They all had fucking mullets. They had let's go over some of their stats. They had 97 wins. They won the NL East. They started off the NL East in the lead. They won their first game. And they almost went wire to wire, but there was one day in April that they weren't in first place. So, to put that in perspective, they were in second place for one day that whole year in the NL East, which I thought was pretty amazing. They won the NL pennant, obviously. Yeah, there was. I mean, some of the stats I was looking at there, they had a hell of a lineup for hitting. Kruk and Dykstra, Eisenreich, and Kevin Stocker all batted over 300. And I mean, that's just fucking crazy. They have 4 fucking batters over 300 and decent over 300 as well. They had 2 guys with 24 home runs and a bunch of guys in the teens. They were a pretty fucking man. And they had a decent pitching staff too. Of course, Kurt Schilling. And Mitch Williams. Now, unfortunately, Mitch Williams wasn't the greatest of closers, but they called him Wild Thing for a reason. But he had that fucking mullet. He couldn't beat that mullet. Unfortunately, he was the losing. He gave up the pitch to the old Joe Carter of the Toronto Blue Jays for the walk-off home run in Game 6 of the 93 World Series, which was a shame because I was so rooting for the 93 Phillies. I wasn't even a Phillies fan, but this is the very first World Series I remember watching, like paying attention to. And this was the reason. I was like just drawn to these total fucking scruffy looking dudes. I mean, yeah. And I remember paying attention. I watched every game of that World Series from my parents' bedroom because they had air conditioning or whatever. I don't know. They were the only ones with a TV in their room. I remember watching it and being devastated when Joe Carter hit that home run off Mitch Williams. What else can you say about them? Now, John Kruk, he always reminded me of Meatloaf, by the way. I think he was Meatloaf's like long lost brother or cousin or something. Fucking guy looks like Meatloaf. Chris Farley. Chris Farley was, I remember him playing when in that season. That's how big this team was and how popular they were. Chris Farley played John Kruk on Weekend Update with Dennis Miller, and he was talking about how he's gonna. If I remember correctly, he was talking about how he's gonna fucking win. We're gonna win the World Series, and Dennis Miller was like, John, the game's tonight, and he's like, really? He's like, yeah, John. It started 4 hours ago. It's over. He goes, oh, did we win? He's like, no. He's like, damn it. just see Chris Farley fucking play John Kruk just cracked me up. And of course, I dressed as John Kruk for a Halloween party one year. That's how much I love the 93 Phillies. I was not a Phillies fan, not by any stretch of the imagination, but this team, it was so hard not to get behind this team and root for them. And then, of course, they lost to a fucking Canadian team in Major League Baseball and Joe Carter and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, Gotta love them. Oh man, when I was researching pictures for these guys, there was so many, too many to choose from. I should have put, now looking back on it, I should have put the one in the top left is Lenny Dykstra. There is so many pictures of him with these giant fucking wads of chew just hanging out of his mouth. And then there's a picture of like 3 or 4 of them all spitting tobacco juice at one time. That was pretty funny. I should have put that up there too. But I kind of wanted to give a variety of dudes on the team. And of course, you got Schill and Dalton up there in the top right. And Mitch Williams in the middle with Kruk. But yeah, look at Kruk. I mean, look at that guy. He's a physical specimen right there, that guy. He's a... What do they call the Da Vinci... Or what do they call the sketching of the man, like the perfect man, the muscular man, the Latruvian man or whatever? Yeah, if that was Kruk, Kruk is no Latruvian man or whatever the fuck they call it. I can't even remember. I'm drunk. So, but yeah, he's a perfect specimen of Major League Baseball physical attributes and all. But yeah, the mullets were great, and they loved it too. They loved living it up. It was like the opposite of the Yankees, you know. The Yankees were all clean cut and fucking, and these fucking dirtbags just show on the scene and make it to the World Series. They had Philly fucking riled up back then, and of course Philly wouldn't win a World Series till much later, maybe 20 some years later, because didn't they win one in like, I don't know, 08, 05, 09 or something like that. I forget. But they did eventually win one. But it broke a lot of Phillies' hearts to see Joe Carter hit that fucking walk-off home run, which I give credit where credit's due. I mean, that was pretty fucking awesome moment, especially when you're a little kid, 11 years old, 12 years old as I was, and watching that. And it was like, yeah, that's the World Series is still fucking awesome, no matter who's in it, unless it's the Yankees, of course. They had a book I read a long time ago about them, and it was titled, much like Boomer's book. This is what's funny. We're tying back to Boomer David Wells. Much like David Wells' book, the title of this book was the 1993 Phillies, and the subtitle was Beards, Bellies, and Biceps. The story of the 1993 fucking Phillies. I loved it. I loved that book. It was a good book. And they'll go on down in history as the team of shitbags. If there ever was a team of shitbags, this was it, definitely. And this is real life. This ain't fictitious. Like I said earlier with Major League, that's fictitious. That's, you can make everybody a shitbag on the team. But they managed to pull a team of total shitbags off, and it was the 1993 Philadelphia Phillies. So, oh man, who's in the top 2? You got any guesses on who's the top 2? We'll get back to the game for a few more minutes. Things are like shaking around here. I kind of want to get out of here. It's scaring me. Beards, bellies, biceps, and broads, and butt sex. I wonder if you float out of the water faster with the Sea Glide thing. Oh, what's this? Is this something? Yes, it is. Cool. What is that little thing? Let's find out. Propulsion cannon. Yes, sir. Maybe I should cook up a lot of cured fish. I think maybe I should do that instead of... instead of trying to cook fish one at a time and eating them. Maybe he cooked up a bunch of cured fish so I could store them. Although my storage fucking shed is already full. All right, we got the blueprint for a acquired for a propulsion cannon. Wonder what that thing's gonna do. I'm sure it's gonna propulse something. I still want the blueprints for Duke's butt. Oh my god, we're like 1,300 meters away from our ship. Ooh. 1,200. No birds in this. No birds in this ocean yet. I got the glider. Let's stop and see what this is. Is this anything of importance? Nope. This is I think I want to go the other way. So this, which way is this? This is east. Let's go west, young man. I don't think I've been out far west. I've always been swimming around that big ship. But we gotta eat. And drink. I need some bladderfish and some peepers. Come here. How did I not catch him? Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. Oh, my inventory's full. I do have a couple bladderfish.
Vital signs stabilizing. New creature discovered. Oxygen.
If there are birds. I want some bladderfish before I go in. Okay. Let's drink some. Well, let's eat first. Not the cured stuff. Let's eat the cooked stuff first. Okay, and then let's drink some water. Okay. Well, so much for that. All right, we got to get moving. We got 2 more. All right, still got the Phillies up, but that's all right. Okay, number 2. Okay, number 2 is an individual. Probably the greatest shitbag of all time. Especially, he stood out even more given his sport of choice. It's none other than John Daly. John Daly, I mean, he's a professional golfer. I mean, you think golfers are snooty fucking yuppie kind of fucking people, and then you got this fucking dude that comes on the scene. Fucking look at that guy. Look at the gut too, man. John Daly. I had a lot of fun looking at the pictures of this fucking guy. There was so many to choose from on this guy too. Of course, two of the 3, I got a cigarette in his fucking mouth. He used to fucking tee off with a cigarette in his fucking. Look at that gut too. Oh, John Daly. Some of his claim to fame, even him tipping, he had to be over, 250 pounds. He had to be 250, 260. I didn't find an official weight, a plain weight for him. But yeah, John Daly was a big, and he had that mullet too early in his career. Fucking guy. He was the 1991 PGA champion. He won the PGA championship in 1991. Little known, well, not little known fact, but I didn't know this. He was the last person to qualify, like alternate. Somebody, I forget, couldn't make the tournament because his wife was giving birth, so they called him up. He was the last person to get into the tournament, and he won the fucking thing. That in itself is amazing. He was a big drunk too, and he also won the British Open. So he has won 2 majors. He had 5 PGA Tour wins, and 2 of them were majors. So he has his career stats. His sheet is like the fucking most violent roller coaster ride ever. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It is amazing. I couldn't even decipher half of it because it's just like highs, lows, highs, lows. So, but that's what you get when you're a hard drinking, hard smoking, hard playing fucking fat dude on the PGA Tour. And also, he was suspended countless amount of times. I didn't even. At some point, I stopped counting. For shit like breaking clubs, getting frustrated, just walking off, throwing his fucking scorecard in the garbage. I mean, he was suspended like so many fucking times. This guy. And another thing I made sure to count was his ex-wives, and that same thing as like countless amount. I think I figured out that he went through 4 divorces. So I'm assuming he's been married 5 times because he's probably married now. 4 fucking divorces, with the fourth wife attacked him with a steak knife and served time in jail for it, like 5 years in jail. What the fuck? I mean, this guy must have been a total fucking dick or something to go through all those women. And of course, he recorded that song, or I think it was him. He would always say, I don't know if it was a song or not, because he did end up a musician in his mind. All my exes wear Rolexes. That's what I think that's what he used to say. And it might have been a song. I couldn't find a track listing. He did release 2 albums, and he did like a duet with Kid Rock, and then he did that one with Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish. But yeah, and some other notes, like Butch Harmon was his coach early on, his swing coach, and he said that he quit because the most important thing, he said, the reason I quit was the most important thing in Daly's life is getting drunk. It wasn't golf, it was getting drunk. So his swing coach, I found it funny. One of the times he didn't get arrested, but he got taken into police custody because he was found drunken, belligerent outside of a fucking Hooters. Just let that sink in. He was drinking hard at a Hooters, and he was found by the police, and they took him into protective custody. They didn't arrest him. They were just trying to make sure he didn't hurt himself or whatever. He claimed. His claim is that a lot of PGA golfers are coke addicts or cokeheads. They all do cocaine. He said he doesn't, and he was kind of mad that he gets grief for drinking, but all the whole PGA Tour is full of a bunch of cokeheads. I love that picture. I don't know who the other golfer is, but he's like pulling up his shirt, and the one dude's like fucking gonna go pat his belly or something. I don't fucking know. He shot at 18 on one hole, and I forget what course, but he literally kept hitting the ball in the water off the tee, and he just kept trying and trying and trying until he finally made it over the water. It took 18 strokes to finish that hole. He got in trouble because there was a story about how he teed off, and he was a big power hitter. He was like the first of the big fucking. In fact, there's a stat that he averaged he's the first golfer ever to average over 300 yards from the tee. Does that sound correct? In a season, in one season? No, I don't know if that's correct or not. It's Wikipedia. But he hit a tee shot. He was so pissed at the people in front of him, the group in front of him were taking so long. He decided to hit his tee shot. Of course, he hits it so long that he almost fucking nailed the guys on the green and it was probably a par 4, so they didn't expect it, but he almost fucking nailed them. And he got in a fight, like a brawl with the golfer's dad. God, that would have been a sight to see. Like I said, he's been through 4 fucking wives. He's probably on number 5. Um, let's see. I mentioned his musical career in the smoking. I mean, you gotta love how he's smoking. There's countless amount of pictures of him just smoking cigarettes on the course. I mean, that was really, I'm sure the PGA hated this fucking guy, but we all loved him because he was a fucking total shit bag. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh, yeah. He claims to have lost between 50 and 60 million dollars in gambling at gambling. Like, if you lost that much money, did you ever pick a winner? This fucking guy, his gambling sheet is as fucking volatile as his fucking career. He's also the only golfer to win 2 major championships to never play for the Ryder Cup. Obviously, they didn't want him representing our country. I don't know why, but yeah, he must have been a real fucking mess for them never to invite him to the Ryder Cup. Of course, he was so hit or miss whether he was gonna shoot a good fucking round or if he was just gonna fucking implode and shoot like a fucking 98 or whatever, But he's such a great shitbag. Such a great shitbag. Hall of Famer all the way. Number 2 on the list. He also started a clothing line, which I guess is very successful or decently successful, which is good on him. I mean, and then he lost a bunch of weight quitting drinking. He said that's why he lost a bunch of weight. He looks scary now. He looks like painted up. His face is all pitted up and he wears a little bit too much makeup, or I don't know, something's wrong with him. It's like one of those, like someone spread spackle all over his face. So he looks really creepy now. Look him up. He's really creepy, but yeah, he's a shitbag through and through. And I mentioned the clothing line, and he was also in a little known fact, Hot Shots Golf, from circa 2004 or 2 or 3. Hot Shots Golf was a video game. It like kind of it was like a really fun golf game. It wasn't like serious, and he was like the main character because he couldn't get into Tiger Woods PGA Tour golf on EA Sports, so they used him, and it was pretty fun. And he can fucking smack the ball in that game too, and he did like the commentary, or you could hear him say like when you got on the green for a birdie putt, he'd be like, "Birds are chirping, birds are chirping." But yeah, that was always cool to see too. That's why I picked that game up. The only reason I picked that game up was John Daly. It's actually a pretty fun game too, Hot Shots Golf. In fact, I was thinking about playing a golf game tonight. Instead of this, but apparently EA Sports does not make golf games anymore. They leave it up to 2K, and the reviews for the 2K golf games are terrible, or at least from what I read. So I was like, well, no, I needed a game that had no story, and I could pause it when I want to, and didn't have to like worry about listening to the story, because I had to get through 10 fucking shitbags here. So I chose this game, but I originally wanted to play golf, and I would just talk, after each hole, I would talk about one or something like that. So, but yeah, Hot Shots Golf. Check it out if you can. If you got an old GameCube, I think it was on GameCube. It was on GameCube. It might have been PlayStation. I'm not positive. PlayStation 2. God, it was a long time ago. So in tribute to John Daly, I'm going to go take a backswing. This gut's like perfectly round too. No front butt on that gut. no front butt there. Oh, are you excited? We've made it to number 1. Let me just check, make sure John Daly's notes. My notes on John Daly is good. Yeah. Yep. Okay. We're gonna hop back into the game just for a few more minutes because number 1 is gonna be a tough one. Number 1's you'll see. Let's get back into the game. I don't even know what I was looking for at this point. Oh, I wanted to go west. I like how the peeper's eyes glow. Oh, I was out this way. What's that over there? That looks some interesting.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Son of a bitch. I
30
need
seconds.
to make a turd cutter to cut open that door. Huh. Whole lot of nothing without the turd cutter. That sucks. Okay, let's keep heading west. The suspense killing you? Who could number one be? I'll give you an attaboy for it if you can predict who number one's gonna be. Oh, here's some shit.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. 30 seconds.
No, not Andre. Sports. Does professional wrestling count as sports? I don't know. But no, it's not Andre. A vending machine. We got glow-in-the-dark condoms.
New blueprint acquired.
Acquired. All right, let's keep heading west. I might jump on the humpback whale here to pause the game. Liquor-dicked kicker. If it weren't for my liquor-dicked kicker.
30
Nope.
seconds.
Not what was his name? Not Vinatieri. Vanderjack. No, you're not gonna guess him. You're not even gonna come close. Me, my liquor-dicked kicker. Well, you know what? I wonder if you have to save the game in the pod. So let's go back to the pod and we'll call it a night for Subnautica. I might play this on my own, but we'll definitely revisit it. I think next week I think I'm actually Kurt Rampus. I don't know. Next week I might get back to Leisure Suit Larry, or we could add one more. I really want to play a Fallout game. I really do, because that's something I'm decent at. And I've never finished Fallout New Vegas, so I was thinking about playing Fallout New Vegas next week and then getting into Larry, so we'll have 5 games in the rotation. And then we'll repeat, Or should I just stick with 4 and get back to Larry next week? All right, I'm going to save. We'll pick it up there next time. All right. So. All right. Nobody, Larry. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll just make it a monthly thing. I do want to play a Fallout game. And, of course, I always want to play Skyrim, too. So maybe I'll cut this one out and only pull this one out when I need to do a top 10 or something I need to hurry on. Warren Sapp was a good guest, too. But no. Okay. There was a time, a perfect era where let's say it was a 3-year span from 2005 to 2008 where NCAA football was fat, very fat. And it was a glorious time to be a fan of shitbags, especially sports shitbags, because there's a 4-way tie for number 1 on the top 10 sports shitbags of all time. And this glorious period of college football was occupied by 4 fat bastards known as the Fat Four. You had Mark I call him Mark Mangino Mangino, Charlie Below Gut Weiss, you got the big orange cocksucker, and then Tom Amstutz, Fat Stutz as we called him. The Fat Four of college football. Believe it or not, these 4 fat bastards all coached in the same era at the same time between 2005 and 2008. In fact, a lot of them had longer tenures than that, especially Phil Fulmer. Charlie Weiss did not, unfortunately, but oh well. But yeah, for those 3 years, these 4 boys tipped the fucking Toledos, and they were fucking heavyweights in their industry. So where do we begin? I figure we begin with the one I dislike the most, and who's a total turd. Charlie Weiss. This guy weighing in at 350 pounds, according to Wikipedia. He was the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. There's not much to say about this guy because I dislike him so much. He's just a fucking total asshole. But his career record. Okay, we said he was weighing in at 350. His career record at Notre Dame was 35-27. He ended up 8 games over 500. So, as you'll see later when I talk about the other three, he ranks last in win percentage, I believe, in his tenure. Um, I don't know what else to say about Charlie Weiss. Charlie Weiss was supposedly this offensive genius because of the Patriots. He was like the offensive coordinator at the Patriots. He was some offensive genius. Well, it turns out Tom Brady was the offensive genius of that whole scheme. It was you could stick fucking you could stick anybody at offensive coordinator with Tom Brady as your quarterback and be fine. Which led to him getting this job. And look at I love how he wears his pants above his below gut and then tightens his belt as tight as fucking possible. You think that would fucking hurt like a motherfucker? He's so fucking fat. And we actually called him below gut. Buddies and family and friends, and we'd always call him below gut. I remember like it was yesterday when I was watching him play Michigan, and it was rainy, and there was I think it was a kickoff return, and a fucking Michigan guy got blocked or blocked into, and they collided with Charlie Weiss, and he just got fucking swept off his feet. He fucking. And we called it. Someone said he blew a tusk. He blew a tusk. And then at the time they would show these. I think it was Pacific Life commercials where they had a whale jumping out of the water, and I'm like, oh my god, Charlie Weiss is starring in this commercial. The fucking big fucking fat bastard. And then the incident with his chapped lips. He always had these fucking chapped ass fucking lips, like and snot running down his nose. He's so fucking gross. Just look at this guy. You just smell the BO coming off of him. Fucking. And of course, he sold out and got GBS surgery and lost a lot of weight. No, GBS does not stand for gay butt sex. It stands for gastric bypass surgery. But he sold out. He sold us shitbags under the table and wanted to lose the weight. But that's Charlie below gut Weiss. All right, weighing in at 419 and 5/8 pounds is none other than Mark Mangino. This fucking guy. Okay. What he did was kind of impressive. Now, his career record was 50 and 48. So I guess Charlie Weiss's win percentage is better. But you got to look at the programs, though. I mean, Charlie Weiss was the coach at the greatest, supposedly the greatest recruiting fucking biggest name in college football, Notre Dame. And Mark Mangino was at Kansas. That's a basketball school. That ain't no football school. There's a lot of good pictures of Mark Mangino. In fact, looking back on it, there's one where it's just his head, like his bulbous head and his giant double chin. Fucking great. There's a lot of good pictures. You'll have to look them up. But yeah, 419 and 5/8 pounds, 50 and 48 record. He had an impressive year. In 2007, I believe it was. 12 and 1 with an Orange Bowl win over I don't know. The name escapes me. The team escapes me. 12 and 1. 12 and 1. A Kansas team that hadn't had like a winning record in like, I don't know, so many years. In fact, he was the first coach of Kansas to have a winning record since 1966. And his tenure was from like 2001 to 2010 or something like that. Apparently this dude was a fucking dick, though. There's countless amount of stories about him berating and verbally abusing people, like mostly players, but referees at his son's like football game and shit. This guy, this fucking Dago, he was a loudmouth, and from what I can tell, from what I've read. And he would abuse players like verbally. I don't know. It didn't specify, but I can imagine what he said. The awards he won Coach of the Year in 2007. And also he won in 2007. He won biggest sausage fingers. So that's another notch on the old shitbag belt there. Biggest sausage fingers and Coach of the Year in 2007. That's the man, Gino. Mark. And I don't know if you noticed, but 3 of the 4 coaches, and Charlie Weiss is about to do it, I believe. If you look at these pictures, 3 of the 4 coaches got their hands on their fucking, put their hands bent on their fucking hips. So what is it with fat guys who put their hands bent on their fucking hips? I don't know, but yeah, that's Mark Mangino. Let's get on to 2. Weighing in at 257 pounds is, of course, the big orange cocksucker. Phil Fulmer's his actual name, but we always called him the big orange cocksucker. Impressive stat line here. 152 and 52. So his win-loss is 152 and 52. He's won a national championship. Ironically, the year after Peyton Manning left, he won it with T. Martin. They beat Florida State, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Charlie Weiss says Carmex is the best. His chapped fucking lips. My buddies and I called him the big orange cocksucker because, well, he always wore orange, but there was one game where he was playing in like wintry weather, and he wore this giant orange, I don't know what it was, winter coat, Tennessee licensed winter coat, and it made him look twice as big as he was. The coat, that's how big the coat was, and that's how not used to the cold it was. He was probably playing against Kentucky, and it was like 50 degrees out. But he had this fucking parka on. It was orange, and ever since then we called him the big orange cocksucker. He is a college football Hall of Famer, so he's got that on his belt. In 2008, he took a dump. He had a 5-7 record in 2008. That's when Tennessee decided to squeeze the big orange cocksucker out of a job there. Not much more I could say about this guy. I mean, 257. That's pretty svelte. Looking back at this top 10, that's pretty svelte. That's actually slim. I love that picture because it looks like that's not like sweat. That's like grease stains or something on his shirt. I don't know. That's like mustard stains or whatever the fuck he's got on his shirt. Yeah. So, and then of course he's got his hands on his hips as well. Phil Fulmer, the big orange cocksucker. That's gonna be tough to beat. 152 and 52 record. He is losing in the poundage category though. So I'll go through and rank these 4 when we're done. But based on record, accomplishments, and poundage. So, and then of course Toledo Tom Amstutz, Toledo Rockets head coach, weighing in at 382 and 5/16 pounds. Oh, good old Toledo Tom. His record actually not too bad. 58 and 41, so he was well over 500. He coached the only MAC team ever to beat the University of Michigan. What else did he do? 2001 was his best year. He had a 10-2 season. He won the Motor City Bowl. And 2003, he beat Pittsburgh, who was ranked at the time, and Pittsburgh had Larry Fitzgerald, who just lit him up in that game. I went to that game. Lit him up in that game. It was a thriller. It was a great fucking game. And I actually got to meet Tom Amstutz afterwards. And his trademark was this whistle. He would wear the whistle. And I got him to blow the whistle at a tailgate afterwards. He always carried around a water bottle full of beef gravy. A little known fact. Yeah, the water bottle was full of beef gravy. And he would sweat vinegar, by the way. That's what the players said. If you hugged him in a hot game, when the action was tight and he was nervous, he would start sweating vinegar. So they would the players always reference that too. There's lots of commentary on that. But yeah, Toledo Tom, he actually played for Toledo and became coach at Toledo. His first 4 or 5 years are much better than his last 4 or 5 years. Obviously, coaches get fired for a reason because they're shitty, but they become shitty, but they start losing games. So most of his wins, I mean, were in his first 5 years, and you could tell like he was like struggling to hit 500 the last 4 years of his Toledo tenure. But yeah, so and I don't know. It was just such a unique time to watch college football and being a college football fan, and you would see these fat bastards waddle onto the field every week, and you would be like, "There's hope for me yet." No, I would be like, "There's hope for me yet. There's hope in this world for fat guys. There is. There is." None of these guys, as far as I read, have been diagnosed with diabetes. Oh, I think Charlie Weiss was. I'm sure Mangino has it. He just don't fucking know it. Mangino has tested positive for sleep apnea, though. He's got the sleep apneas. And Amstutz has No, it was Charlie Weiss who has below gut disease. And Phil Fulmer's just a big orange cocksucker, so that's where you round them out. If I had to rank these guys, let's see here. Mangino, he wins in the weight department, right? What was his official weight? Amstutz is a close second, though. Let me turn the page. Oh yeah. Mangino was 419 and 5/8. So Mangino wins in the fat bastard category. He also wins in the verbal berating. I don't think the other three had any really controversies, except Charlie Weiss just being an overrated asshole. He didn't really have much controversy, as far as I can tell. We got to go with Big Orange Cocksucker in record, though. So, I mean, so far it's a tie. But then you got Fat Stutz, who's got a decent record, and he's second in the weight category, and he carried beef gravy in a water bottle. So, Charlie Weiss, we're gonna go. The Spicy Burrito channel is gonna go as far as the number one ranking. They're all number one in my book. But if I had to rank the four in the subcategory, the sub one category, it would be Charlie Weiss 4. We'll go Phil Fulmer 3. We'll go Mark Mangino 2, and we'll put Toledo Tom Amstutz. Of course, I'm biased. Of course. Yeah, that's it. That's the list. So I miss them. I miss them every day. College football isn't the same without these fat bastards. It just isn't. I don't even know if there's any coaches out there now that even rival their fatness. For some of the honorable mentions, like Andre Giant was a good one. There's a lot of them I could go through. I won't. Some of you might say, well, what about Jim Harbaugh? He's a shitbag. No. When I do top 5 clowns in sports, Harbaugh's going to stand up and take a sip of coffee because he's on. But yeah, as far as the rest of them, I couldn't. Another thing that I couldn't find was many hockey shitbags. Hockey's a grueling sport, though, so you kind of have to be in shape to be in hockey. Although I don't know if there's any coaches that were shitbags. Maybe Don Cherry. I don't know. I don't think he was a shitbag. Scotty Bowman was a little overweight, but who cares? I mean, the guy won like 9 fucking Stanley Cups. And then obviously baseball has the most. Football, I gave a pass to a lot of guys because you got to be big to play football. You can't play offensive line if you're 210 pounds. You got to be a fucking hog molly, right? So I gave football a pass. Of course, the fridge had to get on there. But yeah, baseball. It just shows you how less athletic you have to be to play baseball than to play the other sports. Basketball, I couldn't even remember any basketball players. Now there's some shitbags in like their private life, like Sean Kemp or Dennis Rodman. I mean, he's a total shitbag, but they kind of lack in the weight category, and plus they were pretty decent athletes, you know. I thought about putting Bill Laimbeer on this list, just because he's just an elbow throwing fucking enforcer down below, but I didn't feel he qualified. And then I looked at some Bill Laimbeer pictures, and he wasn't as fat as I remember. Oh, another super honorable mention goes. He just eked out at number 11. Would have been Cecil Fielder / Prince Fielder. So, they got the family curse. Del Ballard. Oh, he could have been on there. If I do fubs in sports, I don't know. Is fub different than a shitbag? I would love to have played the Del Ballard clip, though. That would have been funny. But yeah, Cecil Fielder. And then I looked back at his pictures, and it must just have been because I was a little kid that I thought he was so big, because he doesn't really look that big in the old pictures, as I remember. I remember him being, I thought he was like 400 pounds, but the guy, you could tell he was only like 250 or something. He wasn't like huge. His son, I think Prince was bigger than he was. Is Cecil Fielder dead? I don't know. I don't remember. I know it. But it's still a mystery on whether the fridge is alive or not. According to Wikipedia and the internet, he's still alive. I don't believe it, but I should have ran some stats. I'm sure over 70% of the list has diabetes, of the top 10 list. With one sellout being Charlie Blowgut Weiss. And that's about it. So, oh my God, I made it through 10 fucking things and managed to play a little bit of a fucking video game. Can you believe that? And I didn't have to rush anything. I got through all my stats and everything. I did save it. I was thinking about like pulling out number 1 by like 11 o'clock so people could go to bed, but fuck that. I've had a steady 4 viewers all night. I'm happy. I'm happy as a pig in fucking shitbags. So, well, any others I could think of? Not really. I mean, most of them have been mentioned. Andre the Giant would have been a good one. Looking back on it, maybe. Or Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes was a roly-poly motherfucker with some nice titties. So he could have been good. Oh, biggest bra size goes to Butterbean of the night. So Butterbean gets biggest bra size, with Ham a close second, and then Mark Mangino a close third. I made it and only had to pee once. All right, so I want to thank you all for watching the Spicy Burritos Saturday night main event on the Spicy Burrito channel. Oh, Outlaw Ron Bass. That was a good one. Oh, I know I should have put in there. Damn it. Oh, well, it's too late now. Like I said, the list is the list. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or about it. Buts about it. I do want to put honorable mention to Outlaw Ron Bass is good, but that reminded me of Dutch Mantel. Dirty Dutch Mantel. Look him up. Look up his when he was a wrestler, not a manager. Dirty Dutch Mantel. I swear to God, you've never seen so much back hair in your life. That fucking guy. Oh my God. It's fucking, he's wearing a sweater while he's wrestling. Gorilla Monsoon, that would have been a good one. I didn't really think about going through the WWF roster or WWE rosters or whatever, professional wrestling. But Dusty Rhodes definitely would have qualified. Yokozuna. Oh, Yokozuna. Earthquake. God damn it. Now I'm thinking, see, it would have been unfair because there's so many just fat guys in wrestling. So, and depending on who you ask, wrestling's not really a sport. So that would go under the Hollywood category. There's plenty of shitbags' private lives in wrestling, though. Oof, Modon. We could talk about that for ages, but we won't. Just a quick scan of the major professional sports. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. So I was thinking maybe Bison Daly for Bison Daly or Corliss Williamson for NBA or Sean Kemp. I think I was flirting with Sean Kemp, and Sean Kemp is used to flirting since I think he impregnated 16 different women or some bullshit like that. Can't even get one. He gets fucking 16 of them. All right. On that note, I want to thank you all for all 4 or 5 of you or 6 of you that tuned in to the Spicy Burrito channel Saturday Night Main Event. Next week, we're getting back into Leisure Suit Larry, so bring your dick and fart jokes with you. I will. That's for sure. It's official. I will play Leisure Suit Larry. I'll find a way to squeeze Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 4 in here somewhere. But I haven't thought of a topic next week yet. But I'm gonna need suggestions. So feel free to text me your suggestions or leave comments if you have any suggestions on the next week's topic. Other than that, find me weeknights. I randomly stream on weeknights on Twitch. The Spicy Burrito 2225. Apparently there were 2,224 other spicy burritos. Shows you how late to the game I am. And I just want to say good night to you all and thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bitches.